Hey guys, Pulkit here from Gadget Generations. Today I have brought you a new review of this flagship tier IM called the Empire Ears Legends Evo. So without wasting any more time, let us begin. So guys, Empire Ears is a boutique in-ear monitors brand based out of Atlanta in the United States. They specialize in designing premium in-ear monitors with multiple successful models under their name, like the Bravado series and the famous Legend series. The Legend Evo right here under this box is one of their current flagships, being offered at 3100 US dollars, and if we convert the price directly into Indian rupees, then it would come somewhere around 225,000 Indian rupees. As for the driver configuration, the Legend Evo here houses a 8 driver configuration on each side, for which they have used 5 balanced armature drivers and 2 their in-house developed subwoofer systems, for which they have used 2 dynamic drivers 9mm each, and the third is a coil based bone conduction driver, similar to the one that we have seen in the unique Melody Max recently. So now let's move forward and discuss about open up the box and just have a look at the design and build quality of the pair. I would like to thank a close friend of mine, Vishy Bhai, who sent me his unit of Legends Evo for the purpose of this review. This unit doesn't belong to me, and this is his unit, and I have just got this in this box along both the earpieces and the cable over here. So let me just open this pouch and just pull them out. Here are the beauties. And here is the cable along with them. It is a 4.4mm terminated Empire Ears branded cable that is being made by PW Audio, as much as I know through their website. And this is about the things that I have got for this review unit from my dear friend. And now let's move forward towards the design and build quality of this pair. So guys, here I have the Legend Evo, fully black solid resin cavities with Empire Ears logo printed on the right side and Evo logo printed on the left side of the cavities at the faceplate area. The shells themselves are quite lightweight, they don't carry a lot of weight to them, and I must say that this contributes in achieving a good fit with them, as the shell size is huge. The shells are really huge. I would say they might give trouble to people with small ears, but for me, I have medium sized ears. The fit was near perfect. Moving forward, at the top we have the 2-pin connectors. At the bottom we have the Legends Evo printed along with R and a unique unit number for this particular unit, and on the left side we have the L and the particular unit number. At the back we can see the bone conduction driver over here. Empire Ears market it as Empire Ears Weapon X, and you can read it through the semi-transparent resin cavity over here. The shells are fully made up of resin material. They have a really elegant and classy design to them, simple and classy design, I would say. And here is the cable that we got with it. It's really good, man. The quality of this cable is really good. It's slightly stiff, I won't say it is it's a lot of stiff. Both the connectors have Empire written on them at one side, and it has this chin slider and this Y splitter with Evo and Legend printed onto it. Just a second so that my camera can focus onto it. Yeah, this is Legend and this is the Evo, and this is quite thick cable, man. Really high quality, I would say. And here's the Pentagon 4.4mm termination port with Empire's branding. As much as I know through Empire's website, this cable is designed by PW Audio in collaboration with Empire Ears. So the cable quality is again very good, and the same can be said for the cavities, I would say. So let's move forward. This is about all this was about the design and build quality of the set. Now let's move forward towards the powering. How much power requirement of the Legend Evo? How much power does it takes to drive it properly? So let's move forward onto that part. So guys, you don't have to worry a lot while powering up the Empire Ears Legends Evo. It is a relatively highly sensitive pair with a very low impedance rating of just 4.5 ohms and a high sensitivity of 103 decibels. I have tested the pair with 3 to 4 sources. First being this, the new Prime High-end DAC, and it powers it really well. Second is this, the Lord of OS1. I never had to go even above 30 out of 100 volume on high gain mode on this Lord of OS1. Why is my camera not? Oh, it's focused just now. So, and the third source is this, the Aston Kern Cayenne Alpha, and believe me man, the pairing with all three of these was really good. And the fourth source was this, my Redmi Note 10 Pro, a simple smartphone with a 3.5mm jack right over here. Yeah, just let my camera focus for a bit. Yeah, so even through with my smartphone, it was powered relatively well, but obviously it was not as clean as it was with any of these three sources. So I must say that there isn't much to power the Empire Ears Legends Evo. It can be powered very easily, but obviously if you have a good source, even a half decent source like the Lord of OS1, you are good enough, because there won't be any background noise to notice and all that stuff, so you are good to go. Now let's move forward and discuss about its sound quality. So I was super excited to try out the Legends Evo. The day Vishibhai got it, I remember he told me about its amazing sound performance. So the entire night I was sleepless. But early morning, the very next day, I went to his home and I just auditioned it for 30 minutes, and I was really in love with the set. And Vishibhai later on was generous enough to lend me his unit so that I can make a video review and enjoy it properly at my home. So I have had the unit for a few days now, and really it was an amazing experience listening to my favorite tracks like the Pasuri from the Coke Studio season 14, or Thagya from the same season, and Damien Rise, the track called The Blower's Daughter, and later on the Gloria Gaynor as well. So there are a lot of artists that I have enjoyed with the Legends Evo. Now it's time I discuss about its sound performance. So in terms of sound, the Legends Evo has a V-shaped sound profile. It has an elevation in bass response. The bass response really punches hard. It hits you with its great precision, accuracy, and man, it goes deep. It extends so well that you are gonna love this set for that bass response, man. One thing is there that the mid bass sounds a little bit prominent in the stock tuning, so I had to equalize it down and bring the sub bass more forward, and I didn't have to do a lot of equalizing for that mid bass part, just 2 to 3 dB in the 100 to 200 hertz section, and that was done. Sub bass rumble hits differently. It's very thunderous and it creates a flow in the background. As you must have heard the song Beparwah from the Coke Studio season 14, and when have you noticed the bass shelf going in the background, man? This pair nails it in that performance. The sub bass is exceptionally good. The mid range, despite having such a powerful lower end, the mid range is, man, really clean and accurate. Vocals sound lush and really rich. The sub bass gives a tonal heft to the entire frequency range. With the bone conduction driver on it, you can actually feel the sub bass rumble vibrating through its shell cavities. So that is also a good thing it gives an experience that is like a 5D movie experience. You can hear the vibrations over here. So that thing also there, and in mid-range the instruments sound really clean and well detailed. The best part about the Legends Evo is its presentation in terms of different frequencies in the form of layers, man. Everything is presented to you in the form of layers. Everything can be imagined properly. The imaging is so good that everything is being created in front of you in the form of these depths. This depth has all the layers, like the guitarist is over here and the vocalist is right in front of it. You can actually hear it pretty well, pretty clean and pretty nicely. There is no noticeable muddiness or graininess due to the powerful bass response that might I must say that might affect the mid-range. There is no such effect. The mid-range is actually very clean, and I must say that I didn't expected this clean mid-range from the Legends Evo, as I have heard the Empire Ears Bravado a long time back, and I remember it also had a very good bass response, but the mid-range was getting a little bit affected and the bass was getting a little bit boom in that set. But here it is, man, exceptionally controlled and exceptionally presented to you throughout, with a very beautiful presentation throughout the frequency range. Coming towards the treble part, treble is nicely detailed. In the stock tuning, the treble performance has a little bit of smoothness, extra smoothness, I must say. So I had to equalize it a bit again in the low treble region, increasing that part so that I can get some extra bite out of it. And it was really possible by just adding 2 to 3 dB in the 3 to 5K or 3 to 7K region. Apart from that, the set sounds really exceptional. The stock tuning might needed a little bit of EQing, but after that the pair is wonderful, man, wonderful and simply exceptional. Moving forward about the dynamics part, as I stated earlier, the presentation of the Legends Evo is in the form of really well layered manner. The soundstage is super huge, man. It is grand in terms of staging. It creates an entire grand stage right in your ears, where everything is placed so precisely that you can notice each and everything in your music. So this is nicely detailed, super huge, grand size stage with a super brilliant sound tuning, a very engaging sound tuning, I must say. The pair sounds really good and exceptional for itself. Yeah, it is slightly on the pricier side, but we will discuss that on the cons section. Okay, so one thing I also want to add here, the timbre of this pair. The timbre of this pair is quite organic and natural. It is very rare to find such a natural and analog timbre in a hybrid or tribrid set, I must say. Most of these sets have a plasticky BA timbre, but the timbre of this set is really nicely controlled and well maintained. So that's there as well. That's there in the pros section from my side as well. So now let's move forward and discuss about its cons. Now coming on to the cons with the Legends Evo. First and foremost, you might have guessed it, the price. Yeah, man, the Legends Evo is quite a pricey set. It is priced at 3100 US dollars, and when it comes to our Indian regional pricing, it would be close to 225,000 Indian rupees, and that is pretty huge amount. Oh man, we might get a second-hand used car over here with that much money. Now the second thing that I didn't like with the set is its huge shell size. Now I know that it houses a 8 driver configuration, so the shell size might not be in the control of Empire Ears, but that's there. For me, my medium sized ears, there is no such issue. But for people with small sized ears, there might be an issue in terms of fit with the set. Now some people might say that I suggested some EQ in the sound section, but man, that is only for my personal taste, and in terms of its own tuning, the Legends Evo has a pretty nice tuning. There is no complaints with that thing, but I personally found the mid bass to be a little bit more prominent, so I just adjusted a little bit of EQ here and there, and that was just all about it. On its own, the Legends Evo is also pretty nicely tuned. There is no con in that part. Now let's move forward and we will compare it against head to head with the Unique Melody Max. So as I might not be able to showcase you the Unique Melody Max today, the reason being, a good friend of mine wanted to audition it, and I had sent my unit to him for audition just 2 days back. But don't worry, I have been listening to the set right before I got the Legends Evo, and I've been listening to it day and night. So I was completely able to make some notes and tell you how it sounds against the Legends Evo. So first and foremost, in terms of fit and design, both of them have an identical shell size. Some might say the Legend C was slightly on the bigger side, and some might say the Max is slightly on the longer side. But I found both of them to be very identical. They provided an identical fit to me. In terms of sound, even they are quite identical to each other. The Max delivers a very fun and engaging sound with a powerful bass response, with a clean mid-range, and with a nicely and smooth treble. And I must say, the Legend Evo is an upgrade over the Max sound with better extensions, super huge soundstage. At one point, you might feel the Max sounds slightly on the restricted side and slightly on the immersive side, with a closed soundstage when it comes to comparison with Legend Evo, because Legend Evo has a super huge soundstage. Secondly, the treble on the Legend Evo have an extra bite even on its stock tuning, man. The treble response is pretty nicely detailed and presented in a with a much better sparkle with the Legend Evo in comparison to the Max over here. So I like both of them. They both are pretty good for the price. The Max delivers a very good performance for 85,000 Indian rupees, and at the same time, Legend Evo is priced like 3 times it, but it delivers a pretty clean and pretty nice improvement over it as well. So that's about my comparison between the Legend Evo and the Max. Now let's just conclude this review. So guys, I loved the Empire Ears Legends Evo right here, and I have loved the past 7 or 8 days that I had with it. And man, I'm pretty sure that you guys might have liked the, I hope you guys might have liked the review that I have presented to you guys today. And if you guys really like it, do leave me a like. And if you guys have any questions related to Empire Ears Legends Evo, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. And I would appreciate if you guys would subscribe to my channel. I promise I will be bringing you more hi-fi related content on this channel. And that's about it. Thank you so much. I really hope you guys liked it. Thank you.